Good morning here in Texas. How are y'all doing? I recognize some names. Thanks for joining. Okay, let me pull up some information to see what updates we can provide to you today. Good morning from Houston, Texas. Let me know. Please post some questions. Let me see how I can help you. Hopefully I can. Of course, you know me. If I cannot help for any reason, we'll definitely point you in the right direction. Okay, so just a quick recap for now. If you have watched our live show or one of the pre-recorded videos from last week, you might know already that the Proclamation 10014 and also Section 1 of the 10052 have been removed. They have been rescinded by President Biden, finally. It took him 1 month to get that done. It was bound to happen, but it was getting close to March 31st because that's when it was going to expire anyway. But I know at the same time, a lot of y'all who are watching, we appreciate you watching, but a lot of y'all have also been waiting for the travel ban to be removed because I know some of the countries, a lot of the countries subject to the travel ban are not scheduling some people for interviews, specifically, at least for the fiancé visa interviews. So unfortunately, it may have to require a lawsuit depending on your circumstances to get that scheduled. Because depending on which country if you're watching from abroad outside the U.S. or if your loved one is living abroad and waiting for the interview, depending on how long ago you had the petition approved, you might want to consider a lawsuit because I've heard of several people. We haven't filed it yet because we're just waiting for a couple more people. But we're also wanting to file these lawsuits individually now. I've heard from other attorneys that it provides there's better traction that way. You get better results in terms of the actual interview. So it's not backlogged again. So let's see. Okay, anyways, I got some hellos. Hi, Erzabet. Nice to see you. Hi, Shusma. What's going on, Nicole? Nice to see you from Chicago again. I bet it's still cold in Chicago. Still a little chilly here in Houston. Okay, Shusma. Your asylum case is pending for a master. Okay, glad you filed your asylum application. Can you still be eligible for the new Biden administration if passed? Thank you very much, Shusma, for asking this and also understanding that it's only a proposal. Because many of y'all have been asking, if you're eligible. Yes, Shusma, based on what you've provided so far, the fact that you have a pending master, it tells me that your case has been pending for a long time, and definitely before January 1st, 2021, which also tells me you've been in America before January 1st, 2021. So here's the thing, friends. The current proposal says that you had to be here January 1st, 2021, or before that date. So I know many of y'all who are watching have likely resided in the U.S. before then. But keep in mind, this is only a proposal. So if the Republicans Republicans will say, oh, sure, we completely agree with 99% of everything the Democrats put in this proposal. But instead of January 1st, 2020, let's move that back 5 years to January 1st, 2015. That's going to cut off a lot of people. Right? A lot of people will not be eligible in that kind of situation. So that's the first key item to remember, January 1st, 2021. But that is one thing that could change. I do, if I were a Republican, that'd be the first thing I'm thinking about, among other things. But hopefully that helps, Shushma. But yeah, just like similar to when Obama created DACA back in 2012, when people had a case in immigration court, EOIR, many attorneys filed a motion to dismiss, basically to cancel the case from immigration court, and so that no one would have to go back to that the court basically to process the case. But towards the end of President Obama's administration, they stopped doing that. They weren't as likely to agree to it. So it really depends on timing. A lot of our advocacy on our end is getting it done as soon as possible, what we need to do in the best interest of the client. So of course, depending on which lawyer you hire, I hope that number one, that you have, vetted them, right? I'm just one of many thousands of lawyers. So, we can help with cases all over the country. If there's a situation where someone needs to actually appear in court, we we have attorneys in our circle that can help with that. Okay. And we don't just pick anyone. Of course, we do our due diligence as well. Let's see. Okay, Wissam, nice to see you again. You have humanitarian parole. Is there any way that you can get it back? Okay, that's right. I think you did ask that before. Not sure if you filled out our intake form or form down below in the description box. Our client advocates will get back to you and see if there's a way. We'll have some more questions. Okay, Wissam? Thanks for watching, Wissam. Appreciate it. Enterprise. Hi, you're new to the channel. Okay, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, you say you want to ask something. You're welcome to ask. I'll see if I can answer that for you. You're welcome, Shusma. Appreciate it. Erzabeth. Oh, Erzabeth. You mentioned 3 to 10 years waiver bar. Waiver. Yes, there is a waiver currently in general. You need to have a U.S. citizen spouse or resident spouse, or a parent, U.S. citizen parent, or a resident parent. That's generally that's what we call qualifying relative. So that's really the first step. Let's see. Or living together for a long time. We're still together but not married. You can't go back because of 10 years ban. Okay, 10-year ban. Okay, so you overstayed your visa then. You're not married. So yeah, that's the first step. If you have a U.S. citizen spouse or resident spouse, that's the first step, okay? Right now, permanent partnership, because I see your other note, permanent partnership is not a qualifying relative right now. On the Biden proposal, it's only proposal. They did include permanent partnership. And I mentioned in one of the previous videos, you have to show pretty much as if it was like you're married, that you have, for example, joint bank accounts and among other things. So we will provide a different video about marriage type or permanent partnership type of documentation, what you need to get ready. Okay. And you have minor children. Well, I hope they're doing well, whether it's in the U.S. or abroad with you. I know it's tough right now with children and education because of COVID, so I hope they're doing well. Jewel, nice to see you, my friend from Jamaica. Glad you got home safe. Erzabeth, I see your other question. You have minor children, but you can't. Yeah, I mean, if you want your minor children to help sponsor you, with the waiver. So here's an unfortunate situation. You generally cannot apply for a waiver based on children being a qualifying relative. It depends on the circumstances. So we'll have to check in with you at a later point. So please fill out the intake form below. Okay, we have a lot of questions, the preliminary screening questions we have to ask anyone to just make sure we provide the accurate solutions. So please fill that out. Okay, but yes, even though in general a U.S. citizen child of yours, if once they turn 21, yes, they can petition for you. But in your situation, because you overstayed a visa, we would just want to make sure if you're eligible for a waiver based on that. Okay, Wassam. But it's unfair they would change the date for amnesty. I definitely understand. It would definitely be unfair. I totally get it, for sure. I hope they don't. But I'm here on a show to tell you what the realistic situation could be based on what I know of these conservative party. They're really trying to figure out who they are. They just think they're trying to follow Trump, or some people are following Trump, but really in their own internally, they don't like Trump. but they think conservative party likes Trump. But I really don't think so. He just knows how to. I know I'm going on a tangent, but it's like, like marketing. He really knows how to work the media to get the attention on him. So anyway, I'm glad Biden is president. Okay, Alvin, nice to see you. Thanks for calling me bro, by the way. I want to be able, relate to anyone, and my parents are immigrants from Taiwan, and I don't want to. You can call me John. Please don't call me sir. That's all I ask. I don't want to feel too old. You are DV 2020 winner. Congratulations. And you said you're waiting for KCC to send you email. Which documents do I need to take to the embassy? So I could definitely go through that with you. We'll have we'll put together a video separately so you can check that out, Alvin. I'll try to do that towards the end of this week. It's going to be tough, but if not this week, next week, okay? I'll try to do that for you because I know there could be some blogs online if that helps, but we'll definitely put a video out for you. It's going to be tough because my 2-year-old toddler daughter, her school had to be canceled for the next 2 weeks. So it's going to be tough for me to make pre-recorded videos, but I'll try to do that at night for y'all and publish it the following morning. Okay, Enterprise. You came to the U.S. Oh, but Alvin, for the meantime, please make sure your passport is valid, okay? Because for travel purposes, right? So please get that done. Even if it's still valid right now, unexpired, but it's expiring, let's say in a couple months from now, definitely get that renewed if you can. Hopefully that helps to save you some time. Okay, Enterprise, you've came into the U.S. Thank you for all the questions. I greatly appreciate it. Erzabet, I think our team just told me that you had chatted with us online on our website. Appreciate it. And they sent you the intake form by chat. So check that out. Go back to our website and see if it pops up again. If not, it's in the description box below. And you're on YouTube, it looks like. So hopefully it helps. Okay. There's a link that starts with Ting Law. Okay, Enterprise, back to your question. You came to US 2 years ago. Welcome. Where are you at in America, by the way? Where are y'all watching from? I know some of y'all have been watching for a while. I know Joel's from Jamaica. Wassam, I think, is in California. I think it's always interesting to know where y'all at. Okay, but anyway, back to your question. Okay, so you're with your family, your wife, and your 2 kids. You're still here with you had a tourist visa, and now your family then can come. Oh, okay. They had to go back home, but you're still here. Okay. Well, I hope they left before the tourist visa expired. I know that's a lot of people's concern right now because of COVID, the pandemic. Even though people may have intent to leave the U.S. before their visa expired, and they couldn't because the flight was canceled for whatever reason, because a lot of them are getting canceled in general, limited flight availability. Anyway, I'll just share you example, a story that we had a question about this a couple weeks ago. And this person, they try to come back in the US because, most countries get the 10-year visa. But you have that, as many of y'all know, you get like the electronic notification and then some kind of stamp on your passport that says only valid for 6 months. So you can only usually come for 6 months at a time. But anyway, this person overstayed. When they came back to US again, the Customs Border Protection agent, they said he couldn't come back in. So they sent him to a different room that we call secondary inspection. And unfortunately, they told him, and I even tried to call in, they said, look, you don't have this form filled out to show that I represent him. And plus, they don't want to talk to me. It's really tough to talk to a Customs Border Protection agent. It is really tough, to be honest, because they have laws that are largely in favor of national security, and so they can stop that. But anyway, they said they're going to put him back on the next flight, and what the customs agent what the customs agent told me. So here's what I really wanted to say. I had to share the whole story. Customs agent told me, look, your client didn't fill out an extension. B1, B2, 589. So that's I'm sorry, 539 is the form for extension of status. So, and he didn't do that. And he didn't do that because he thought he was trying to leave before authorization expired. So, but if it comes down to the wire, file it. Okay. I do know of fortunately, some of our clients have been approved for it. And we do normally need some sufficient reasoning basis. But sometimes even just saying because of the pandemic and among other things, sometimes that has been enough. So USCIS has been more flexible. So hopefully Enterprise, I know it didn't sound like you had a specific question. So I guess that's why I went into a tangent story to share that tip, but hopefully that helps. Okay. Hopefully they did file the application before they left if they had that kind of similar situation. But anyway, you're still here. So I hope you're doing safe, but yeah, I don't know what your specific question. Let's scroll down. Okay, you said your family go back home after 10 days of entry. Okay. Okay, so yeah, then the 539 extension is not necessary. Well, glad they didn't run into that situation. But yeah, in the meantime, just hold tight, okay? I know many people are wanting to just file something as soon as possible based on this Biden proposal, but it's not a law. Full disclaimer here, it's not a law. Even if you wanted to hire me to do this or hire someone else, there's nothing to fill out. We do have a system to, ask you some basic questions so we can be ready. So by the way, so here's my announcement, actually. We are accepting new clients to be ready in case this law, any kind of law passes that benefits immigrants that don't have any status right now. So we are charging, it's kind of like you sign up for a conference. We are charging a lower price to start with. So it's a priority spot, essentially. If you sign up with this priority spot within our law firm, right now we're charging $249, okay, as a premium priority spot. So we can prioritize your case to be filed within 2 weeks of when everything can be sent, when it's effective date by this law, okay, or by this proposal when it becomes law. So, but let's just say worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, it does not pass, which would be ridiculous, okay? I would be unhappy if that's the case. And among other lawyers and yourself would be unhappy, I know. But if that's a situation, we will refund everything except the consultation fee of $100 because we just want to, the $100 helps us at least take time to evaluate whether you're eligible or not. Because let's say there is a law that passes, but it's only for DACA, then we can verify that because they are, in this proposal, they've at least expanded DACA a little bit in the sense that for people who could have qualified for DACA, but maybe their age was just a little too old. They were 32 instead of 31 cutoff age as of 2012. Then obviously a lot older now, but they are adding some other provisions, at least with the current proposal, the main one, U.S. Citizenship Act. There's so many other proposals that we'll talk about later in a separate recorded video. But anyway, we're charging for the first 2 weeks, March 1st until March 15th. This will continue every 2 weeks. It will increase by $50. So it allows a premium spot, okay? Because I know we took a poll last week, actually, and at least 85% of y'all, I believe, said that you would like this. So now we're making it available for you. And then some people ask, well, John, how the heck is that even possible? You're going to have like at least 100 people sign up, and we're actually limiting this only to 100 people, okay? So if we want to prioritize your cases, the first 100 and within the first 2 weeks, but people still ask, well, John, how are you going to get the 100 people taken care of in 2 weeks when we're first available to mail these out to the government, USCIS? And here's the thing, we use technology. First of all, we're going to send you the questions, the basic questions, so that we can get that basic information completed first. So we'll put a link to that later today in the poll, so you can see that, okay? If I haven't answered your question yet, please post it in the comment section after the video. I just hit 20 minutes. Usually I go for 30, but I have to take my toddler to get her tested. So anyway, we'll talk soon, okay? If you already posted a comment here, please comment again after the show, because it doesn't let me comment if you, anyway, I think you know that already. So I will, if you're new to the channel, friends, please subscribe and please share our video with your friends, okay? Thank you very much, and we'll talk soon.